Hi traders, hope you're doing well. Welcome to my video on the 13 and 48 moving average trading strategy. In this video, I'm going to show you a simple strategy that you can use to capture moves such as this one for over 600 pips and counting. I'm using the MT4 trading platform, MetaTrader 4. You can do this strategy in any trading platform. All you need is two moving averages placed on your chart like I have here. So I've got a purple one, which is the 13 moving average. Okay, I'm using exponential moving averages. You can use any type, but exponentials tend to react faster. So we have a 13 exponential and a 48 exponential in blue. You can, of course, change the color and the size of the moving averages in your platform as well. So this strategy is very simple. We don't need to overcomplicate things here. I'm trading a 1 hour euro dollar chart. You can use this strategy on any trading instrument. So Forex, stocks, commodities, cryptos, indices, etc. And any chart time frame. Personally, I prefer the 1 hour charts and above, simply because they have more price data, which in my experience gives more reliable signals. That applies not just to this strategy, but technical analysis in general, price action analysis, candlestick patterns, support resistance, trend lines, etc. And I much prefer to trade smart, not hard. So longer term chart time frames, we can capture moves like these for hundreds of pips. I'm not sure why we want to pull our hair out trying to scalp the 1 minute and 5 minute charts for a few pips here and there. Okay, so first thing we do is draw resistance. See, we had our resistance up here. Draw support. This was the support. But just zoom in for you. Okay, so as you see, as price was coming up here, had this line of support formed, resistance here. Consolidation, when these lines are intertwined like this, these moving averages, okay, the market's said to be ranging, so we avoid taking a trade then, unless of course you're trading a range trading strategy, like perhaps trying to pick tops and bottoms with a stochastic oscillator, for example. You might want to trade in that, but what we do is we wait for a breakout. So we have a breakout of the support line here. Okay, see the lines then cross the fast EMA, so the 13 here crosses below the slow EMA, the 48 here, so that's our downtrend confirmation. Okay, we don't just jump straight in every time they cross. You can see you can just get whipsawed in and out of the market if you do that. So instead, we wait for a trend. Okay, then you can get, this would have been an aggressive entry. See this level of support here? It's quite strong support. We do have a triple top formation here, so strong resistance. And then the neckline here, the support level within that triple top. Have a nice pullback. Okay, market's making lower highs, simple as that. And a big breakout, no coincidence, a big breakout candle there. You've got bearish candlestick patterns. You've got 3 inside down there, 3 inside down there. That's a bullish candle followed by 2 bearish candles. You've got a big engulfing bearish bar there as well. So lots of bearish signals, of course, the lower highs being the most obvious as well. And a breakout of support, that would have been a perfect entry into this trend. And if we zoom right out, you can see, had you entered and done nothing else, you'd be good for over 800 pips. What I would do is I would, first of all, for the stop loss, my stop loss would be just above a recent high. So after the breakout here, my stop loss would be up here somewhere. So you're looking around 10 pips, which is a really tight stop loss, especially for the 1 hour chart time frame. Okay, then as price fell, what I'd want to do is I want to lock the trade in at break even. Okay, so I'd move my stop loss to break even point. And then I just trail the price. As price continues to drop, I just trail it with the stop loss above the high, 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 above the high. I'm going to keep going, above the high. Basically, trail it as much as we can. Okay, so if price turned around and took us out here somewhere, we've still got over 300 pips. We can just look to re-enter again when the move plays out here. Okay, we have a big pullback, trend continuation, pullback, and a breakout there. So you can always look to re-enter there. If not, be more aggressive and look to enter before. Okay. But with so many instruments and time frames to trade, you don't need to force trades that aren't there. You can just look on another instrument for a possible setup. Ideally, you want to get in as early as possible. What I wouldn't want to do is I wouldn't want to get in a nice trade like this and just get excited, see price fall down here. Okay, it's still a good trade, 70 odd pips. But how do we exit there? You're just leaving too much on the table, okay? You can, of course, re-enter, but every time you re-enter, you risk getting your trade wrong again. and you don't certainly want to sell at the low around here. You know, if we cut our losing trade short with an average 15 to 20 pip stop loss, doesn't matter if we take multiple losses, because we know eventually when we capture a big move like this, we're going to make back those losses and then some more on top as well. Okay, if you do miss this, perhaps aggressive entry. Bearing in mind, we did have a breach of support first. That could have been the first confirmation. Some traders would have taken that. Then we did have another clear breakout here. Okay, if you missed that, there are other opportunities. Nice M chart formation there. Strong level of support. Breakout. Support then comes resistance. Could have entered on that breakout there. Had you missed that, you know, you're risking being late to the party, but you can wait for another pullback. Okay, for the pullbacks, I tend to want price to come back at least to the slow moving average line. Okay, as you can see, it does there, and it does here as well. And can trade the breakout again. That's an NFP, non-farmers payroll, first Friday of the month candle. The report was obviously released, caused this big downwards momentum, but we could have used that to hop in on this downwards trend nonetheless. And again, same principles. Pullback here, this time more of a deeper pullback, but you can still draw your support. Support then comes resistance on the breakout and just enter into the trend there. Okay. Of course, support and resistance can be subjective, but in general, the more times the support lines hit, the more reliable it is, especially as this is a 1 hour chart. Tend to find these support and resistance lines are more reliable. Yeah, another breakout trade there. Support becomes resistance, continuation. Okay, and you can pretty much capture these all the way down as well. Okay, not all will be perfect, but with the right stop loss, as I said, I would do above the high for a downtrend or below the low for an uptrend. We can capture some good moves. You want to get in as early as possible. This is my way of trading the 1348 trading strategy. It may not be what some traders want. Some may, you know, trade every single crossover, but you do that in a consolidating market, you're just going to get whipsawed in and out. For me, the logic is the moving average show us are done for a trend, right? Okay, so they show us the market's in a downtrend here. How are we going to enter? Are we just going to randomly enter? No, we're not, because you might just end up entering at the low in a downtrend. So what do? You wait for a pullback. Okay, you want a proper pullback, so you want it to come back at least to the slow moving average. That's my interpretation, and that's how I would trade it. Okay, that's what works for me. But most importantly, you can have the best entry and strategy in the world. If you don't have good money management, it's not going to work in the long term. You could have a perfect entry, but if your stop loss is 100 pips and you take profits 10 pips, I mean, you know, one losing trade and you got to get 10 winning trades to make up for it. Just money management is the most important thing that will, in my opinion, determine success, along with good trading discipline. So don't let negative emotions like fear, anger, and greed get in the way of your trading decisions. Don't revenge trade, don't overtrade, don't get FOMO. You know, say you see a move down like this and you're around here and you say, oh, you know, there's a big downwards trend, let me sell, and you end up selling at the low, you know, and price turns around. Don't force trades. There's so many things you can trade, and there will always be opportunity, you know. It's just about finding a trend and timing it. So again, with the strategy, you want the slow to be the fast. For an uptrend, you want the fast MA, so the purple one, to be above the slow EMA, in our case, the blue one here. So it crosses above here. What do? We wait for a pullback. There's a pullback there and a breakout, big breakout candle. There's no coincidence. See that big candle there? Traders are watching these levels. They've seen the pullback. They've seen the trend. They've seen the pullback. They've seen the trend. Big breakout candle. Even up here, but for me, that's probably a bit too high. We've already had a big move from down and around here, so you just don't want to buy too high. I mean, this will be a risky trade, but there is one there as well. Pullback breakout. Ideally, want to get in as early as possible. You know, the aggressive trader may have been looking at this line of resistance, seen this uptrend and big breakout there. Don't always have to do it horizontally. In that way, you can always do it like that as well. You can see this line of resistance, probably more like that, I'd say. This line of resistance here is breached. Okay, bit of a bear trap there. Traders were trying to sell into this downtrend, but whoever sold earlier is exiting. Stop losses are taken out around here for the bears getting trapped and causes the shift of momentum to the upside. Again, pull back. Perhaps another more aggressive entry, nonetheless still a viable one, because we know that the market is making higher lows. So what does that mean? It's going up. The EMAs are in the correct order. We have a pullback here and a breakout. Arguably, as this is the 1 hour chart, you could be looking at the breakout of that resistance level there, just because there's so much price data already accounted for here. Okay. Don't get me wrong, it won't always be perfect. If you're looking at that pullback there and that breakout, chances are if your stop loss was here and you left it there, you would have been stopped out. But this is why we use a break even. Okay. Once we see the trade go up here, okay, even after this pullback here and in continuation, we just want to move price to break even. So worst case scenario, we're taking out here for a break even, and then we can enter again when you see this level of resistance, which we know is strong because it's there, and a big breakout candle. Okay. But, worst case scenario, let's just say you took this trade, stop loss below there, 15 pips. You didn't move it to break even. You lost 15 pips on that trade. Then you did the same pullback entry, you're disciplined and took this trade, and you could potentially make 150 pips on that move. Okay. Just again, emphasizing the importance of money management. It's all about basically timing your trade. Okay. For me, longer term chart time frames, especially with EMAs, moving averages, just because I find there's so much noise on the lower chart time frames that just aren't as reliable, the signals you get. And yeah, you don't even need, well, from my perspective, I could quite happily just remove those indicators from the chart, and I could just draw, I know by drawing my higher lows there, we're in an uptrend. Okay. Just as I can see here, resistance, lower highs, support, breakout of support, support becomes resistance, pullback, breakout, trade there, trade there. There's always opportunities. Okay, again, same thing, support, higher lows, pullback, breakout. This is a bit choppy, this scenario here. Probably want to stay out of trouble, but once we see a nice downwards move like this, big drop down, big pullback, just can get a perfect entry into a trend. Just as we could here as well, same thing. There's always plenty of opportunity to be had if you know what you're looking for. Hope you found something useful in this video that you can implement in your trading strategy. Make sure you demo trade, of course, until you start seeing some success. Please like and subscribe. It will really help my channel, and I hope to catch you on the next one. Take care.